Hello everybody and welcome back to Variag Hordes, a Let's Play for 4th Age Total War, Dominion of Men. We are sacking our way through the east as conned, and I think I have some conclusive evidence that sacking does in fact resupply you to a certain extent. And my evidence of this is Ulgan of High Khand, who just sacked the settlement of Thordram here, and he is now rationing. Now previously he had tightened belts, which is the step lower in terms of the supply trait. And so sacking this seems to have brought him up a bit. So that's very good. I don't think it'll always bring you up a next step in terms of supply, but it may. And so doing that frequently is going to help us at least minimize the damage in terms of morale, movement points, and all of those other things. So that is very good. We also, off camera, sacked the settlement up here, Gwaithring, which only had a single family member of North Rhun in it. And these sacks, these assaults, I'm doing them mostly off screen because for one thing, the battle composition is going to be largely similar to what we've seen before. North Rhun, as you may guess from the name, is fairly similar to the Chiefdom of Rhun. So they get a lot of the same units. The settlements are similar in terms of layout, and so it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing to show. But we do have this large army of Rhun heading north, roughly towards where we are, and I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Now, we haven't tried for peace with them in a little while. Let's try again, asking for a bunch of money, because they said it was too generous last time when I asked for 3,000. No, so okay, so maybe that's just a miscommunication in terms of the display. When those diplomatic messages were written back in like 2004 or whenever the game came out, I'm not sure that they actually reflect all of the accuracies of the diplomacy system. So, for example, factions will say things like, "Oh, that's too generous. We have nothing to offer in return." I don't know exactly what that means. Does that mean that they are literally out of money? Does that mean that they think it's too good of a deal and they don't want to take advantage of you? Or is it just a poorly written way of saying that that they don't want to do business? So in any case, we'll try again, not asking for money next time, and see how that works. All right, and they're continuing to move off into the west. Looks like they do have a direction, so let's just try for a ceasefire now. And no. Okay. For whatever reason, they're not very eager to have peace with us. In terms of our goals, though, we want to continue taking out North Rhun, because that will potentially get another horde. And again, the mission for this campaign is chaos. We want to just have a bunch of crazy stuff happening in the campaign. We want horde factions around. We, of course, are a horde. Now Rhun is a horde. If we get North Rhun as a horde, and then we'll go through sacking the world pretty much. Now, this is my cavalry army that is out screening way ahead, and we've gone a little farther than I planned. We are now in Dale's territory. I don't want to spend too much time here. I'm thinking that perhaps Dale, or perhaps Rhun, will end up going to war with Dale. That would be great news. And then I would feel less obliged to stick around and cause problems for Dale. If Rhun, on the other hand, goes to war with, say, Dorwinion, which is a smaller faction, I may feel obliged to stick around and help. So North Rhun has 2 settlements. The problem, as we saw last episode, is that these are basically full stacks. And so I'm a little worried about assaulting these and taking a lot of losses. I'm also concerned about accidentally eliminating the faction, as I don't see any other armies of North Rhun hanging around. But I think what I will do is put these settlements under siege at least, and send my other armies around to just keep an eye on things. This is a weak horde, though. I don't think I necessarily want to use this. to assault. So maybe I'll keep him down and we'll bring up one of my stronger hordes for that purpose. Alright, we do need an emissary around here to keep eyes on Rhune's progress.
Ambush. We shall rule out of moves.
Oh, here we go. Alright, we have a family member outside of a settlement. But these are still very, very strong settlements. If these were like tiny garrisons, I would sack them, no question. But I think the problem is, as soon as I put one of these under siege, they're going to hit me with one of these armies. And I'm not confident of my odds in that situation, so... Alright, this is a decent horde. This is really weak. Decent. This feels like my strongest horde. I've got a... This is my heir. He has now tightened belts again because it's been a few turns since a sack. But he's a good... he's got a good large bodyguard protecting him, and he's got some good variety. This is my siege army, that's right. There's not a ton of cavalry here. This is fairly weak in terms of those low-tier units, but this is the faction leader. And this is maybe my most balanced horde in the area. Alright, let's see. This guy is a poor commander. But again, these guys are starving, so this is not good for them. Well, let's see.
Destroy besieging settlement. Settlement under siege.
We still can't see what they have. Next turn we'll be able to at least initiate an assault. And I think what I want to do is bring down another family member to sort of act as reinforcements. Yeah, you can go here. You can go here. And the idea here is to leave a strong horde on the outside so that they won't just attack my weakest horde that's just offering reinforcements in the middle. We'll see if that works. Let's keep these hordes close together.
Sir, at once. That's not possible, sir. At once. Yes, my lord. Orders.
And maybe I can entice them to attack. Oh. This would be great if I had another army in the area, and I do. Okay, so maybe we can get this settlement now. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see if we can do that. So what we want to do, this is going to be a risk, but if we bring this army down here, we attack the small force. This shows up as reinforcements, along with my cavalry army, which, if I want them on the field, they're going to have to show up as AI controlled. Let's see what this force consists of. It's the heir. He's very old looking. And, okay. Yeah, North Rhun is a more infantry-heavy faction. As you can tell, they've got just a single unit of cav, and then they've got a bodyguard, which is a chieftain's guard. So just like Rhun, they will have the advantage here because it's winter. All of these units get bonuses in the snow. So this was not a good time to attack, but on the other hand, we need to do it because this army might not be standing there next turn. If we can do this and get the city, then it would be much, much better. So let's see if they'll allow that. The fear is that as soon as my reinforcing army shows up, North Rhun will just withdraw all of their forces. So we want to hope that that doesn't happen. We want to get our cavalry ready to run them down, and we don't have the best cav in this army. We do have some. Okay, so our reinforcements are going to be appearing over here. And the city is going to be, I think, to our south. So the large stack should be coming from somewhere off to our left. Alright, so we've got a lot of archers. And we don't have much infantry. What we do have is fairly weak. We got some Variag warriors, nomadic watchmen, and some axemen. Yeah, this is not the best army, but maybe it's got enough ranged that we can just deal with whatever shows up. So I'm going to get up on this hill so things are a bit more clear. Yep. Okay, there they are.
Have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
My reinforcements are way down there. So it looks like the AI is at first going to want to try to group up with its allies, which are somewhere around this large rock. Sometimes they'll start that and then change their mind. I'm going to run my archers over to kind of provoke them to charge into me. Okay, so that's where the enemy, the small enemy army is. So these are some minor low-tier units of like warband and axemen. And we've got a ton of archers. We also have a couple of the Dragon Shield Riders, a couple of family members. We want to get these guys out so we can start cutting them down to prevent any routing. I wonder where they're coming over here. These are my reinforcing army. On the one hand, I'm glad they're heading over here and kind of staying away from the enemy. Because they're under AI control, they're liable to just charge their general recklessly into, you know, whatever. Alright, let's take out these axemen. And if nothing else, this is going to weaken the garrison. Alright, that was not a good charge. But they've got an heir leading them, so they've got a good family member, so they've got some... probably some decent morale. And there's the general that we attacked. We have to make sure that he doesn't just retreat into the settlement. Looks like he's just a unit of warband. I'm very encouraged that they're not withdrawing just yet. Okay, so here... those guys are broken. We're going to reform. Alright, and it looks like they're coming for us. Alright, let's slow the action down here. Okay. So this could work out. Some mountain raiders. I do want to hit them. Okay. There's the Chieftain's Guard over there. I think I need to get some cavalry in that direction. Axemen of Rhun. Let's charge them. Oh, they're breaking through. Okay. This could be a disaster. Variag riders are routing. Warband is doing okay. Where's my general? Let's get him out. Alright, not looking good. Come on. Well, let's get that sound back. Again, I don't know what combination of buttons it is. Alright, I just heard them shouting about falling back. That could actually be good. Because this was a much worse fight. Alright, so we can see some of their armies are withdrawing. Some of their units are just leaving the field. The Chieftain's Guard is leaving the field. I'm honestly fine with that. This did not go according to plan. We'll take a moral victory here. What do we have going on right now? Okay. Let's hit them with the archers and Matic Watchmen. Okay, let's bring the general down here. He should be able to deal with that. Maybe we can take out that mountain warband unit at least. Okay, did we lose a family member? No, he just routed off the field. Okay, that's fine. Gotta help those Eastland slingers because we don't want to lose the Dragon Guard here. That is one of my best generals right there. Okay, push them into route, that's good, but we also want to take care of Mountain Warband unit, which are winning easily.
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them down.
Okay. I wonder how many men I lost in this Cav army. The AI is decent with its horse archers, I guess, when they're, you know, not facing other cavalry or other archers. So I think this will end up okay. I have not gotten any notifications about losing a family member. Yeah, let's just see what we can do to wipe out these guys. It looks like they've got a lot of their army intact. Looks like we lost some Variag riders. Lost a lot of guys in the woods. Alright, I think that enemy general is just going to be shot to death. Let's just follow to make sure that does in fact happen. Alright, I don't think they're following him anymore, so we'll hunt him down. Okay. Enemy commander slain, and we lost way too many guys. On the other hand, Boar of Garth is slinking back to his settlement with only 330 survivors. So we have we've taken heavy losses. This was kind of a disaster, but maybe strategically it can be okay. Let's see how things look on the campaign map.
We shall rule.
All right, I think we want to put that immediately under siege.
Orders, orders, attack. Besieging.
And we'll build rams, and we need to get some reinforcements over here because you can tell we do not have enough in this army to deal with what's in here confidently. We can certainly get archers up there. Actually, there's no high walls. It's only the wooden palisade. We can get archers in there, and we can do a lot of damage shooting these guys, but this family member in particular is going to be a problem. They don't have any ranged, so I think we could be okay. Let's see. Let's send the cavalry here. Don't know what's going to happen, but at least he'll show up as reinforcements if the besieging army is attacked. Lore of a Karn got the War Chief title. And so, next turn, we're going to see what happens. All right, King dies of old age. Where is this? Okay. Right here. So this army is no longer being led by a family member. That is not the worst thing in the world. Because as we have seen, family members do have supply traits. And as such, they can have negatives that will affect their armies. They tend to have bonuses that counteract those negatives. So, you know, flip a coin. Is it better to have a family member with a bunch of bonuses or penalties, or to have just a captain who's typically easier to kill and has no bonuses whatsoever? It's kind of a difficult situation. So I think what we will do in the next episode is assault, not Fornhood, but certainly Garth. We have a new king, Ulgan of High Khand, and he is going to hopefully lead us well into whatever the future brings. We're going to maybe be forcing North Rhun to horde fairly quickly. We're going to be observing Rhune's progress. It does not look like they're interested in Fornhood. It looks like they might be heading for Dorwinian here. And that'll be very interesting to watch. So thank you for joining me so far, folks, and I hope you will stick around for the next episode. Thank you very much, and take care.